PlayStation Portal is in the wild, and I'm going to show it to you because I got one, and I am connected right now to my PlayStation 5. Now, my PlayStation 5 is hardwired into my Wi-Fi router. That is something you are going to want to do. That's going to give your PlayStation 5 the fastest and the most stablest connection. There is a clip floating around of somebody that was playing on their Portal, playing Horizon Forbidden West, and it looks really bad, and they did have their PlayStation 5 connected via Wi-Fi. That's going to add an extra layer of potential latency or problems. Your home network might not have great signal to your PlayStation 5 depending on where it is. And it might be fine for, when you're playing multiplayer games or something like that, but when you're actually remoting in with the Portal, you do want to make sure your PlayStation 5 is hardwired in. If you are in a position where you can't do that, you might want to skip the Portal because you're not going to get a very good experience in that environment. So you can see here, I am remotely controlling the PlayStation 5. That is hooked up to my capture card. And I'm going to show you some Ghost of Tsushima first and foremost. And we are in a situation here where I'm just going to kind of ride back and forth. And you can see that there are very minor stutters here and there. I don't really notice that much. This is a PlayStation 4 game, and you can run it in resolution mode and still get 60 FPS on your PS5. It does some things with the resolution to ensure that it maintains that. I do notice the minor stutters, I'll be honest. I'm super hypersensitive to that because I am constantly using different capture methods and capture cards and things over the years as a streamer. So I'm super, super tuned in to basically whether or not you're getting a stable, rock-solid 60. Those familiar with my content know that I commonly do the spin test, or I'll just slowly spin the joystick in a game just to get that. Now, looking down here at the Portal, you may see them, you may not. They are incredibly minor. I don't think they're bad enough to justify being like, oh, I can't play. You'll just notice them. I think you have to remember what you're doing, You're remoting into your PlayStation 5. So it's not going to be a perfect and flawless scenario. Now, I may die doing this. This duel is pretty tough, but I did want to showcase the combat, and a duel is a great place to do it. They're very challenging when you replay them. They actually up the difficulty, and I'm going to try this. I did this in a member stream, and I beat him my first try, but it's a pretty tough fight, and we'll see how it goes. Because I am also set up with increased parry windows with my gear, so I do have an easier time getting some of these parries in. I'm also wearing the armor set that lets me do these cool flurries and stuff to him. He has his own flurry that's really deadly. Now, right here, I'll try to get back up, and he'll get me sometimes. Yeah, he got me. Okay, you will notice I wasn't having any issue with input. I wasn't having any issue with lag or latency. Sorry, I looked away. I went to look up at OBS. All right, let's see if we can't turn this around. We're going to try one more time. That flurry is tough, man. Got it that time. Got him. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. I tell you, though, that's a really good sample. Actually getting to see me fail a couple of times. It was not the portal. I was just missing some of the cues. And those flurries he does, they are very, very deadly. I think that's a great showcase of that duel. I beat him. I'm able to respond. I'm able to dodge. I don't feel like there's any issues going on with frame rate, performance, or anything like that. If I was getting any kind of input delay, I think it would have been really obvious that we wouldn't have been able to get in charge, or I would say in front of some of those flurries. Because those flurries that he does, there's definitely a timing that I just had to readjust to. And let's show you some Spider-Man. Let's just give you a nice little spin test here. Oh, that's really fast. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Nice little spin test here. Again, incredibly smooth, but I do pick up on the portal itself. I do pick up on some pretty minor stutters. Nothing major. Nothing, again, that would keep me from playing. But the question is it responsive enough for traversal? So let's test it out. Oh, I don't have any of my abilities yet. We were playing this earlier. Let's go do our little dive here, and then let's go into glide. I'm struck by how smooth it runs. I don't really feel any issue, again, with latency or input delay. And we got a little guy down here we can do. Oh, let's go the other way. Here we go. Just to show you the speed here. You are going to notice when we're going this fast, you might be noticing those slight little stutters. I don't think they're major. I think they're noticeable. So that's going to be a question, to you. Like, is that a deal breaker? That's going to be user dependent as well. Let's go try some combat.
Get away from them.
Okay. Successfully parried. Whoop, I got cornered. Anybody else left? There we go. Bonk. I turned that on in the settings, by the way. the little artsy things popping up. So that's some Spider-Man for you. Some combat, some traversal. Again, I don't feel like I'm having any issues at all with performance, with input delay, or any kind of latency. I really do think this device is extremely useful. Now, I am going to do another test. So this is the at-home test, basically. I'm at home, right? If my kiddos claim the TV for a movie, I could sit in here in my office. I could be up in my bed. I could be doing all kinds of things and just playing my games, right? Getting my stuff done. Clearing the map in Spider-Man, right? Everybody wants to clear the map in Spider-Man, don't you? How do I get into that, by the way? I wonder. Okay, so that gets my little thing there. Yeah, I wonder how you do that. I'm going to have to look into that. There's got to be a way to do to emulate the touch screen, because you need that for the map. Is that you just hold down, I wonder? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Because that's how you get to the map, because this is just pausing it. So I'm not quite sure. That's going to take a screenshot. Yeah, I can swipe, and that brings up that. Okay, that's not helpful. I'm tapping it. Oh, you double tap. There you go. We're all learning something. Okay, let's try that again. Let's let the screen clear out. Just like that. Okay, cool. I hadn't tried that yet. I was like, oh yeah, how do you use the touchpad? So in Spider-Man, you swipe to get this little thing to come up. So you actually have to use the portal screen in order to do that. And then it's not, you can't do it slow. You got to do a quick double tap, and there we go. It brings up my map, and you can see I've got some areas completely cleared. We're going to work on, I'm going to work on getting some of those areas cleared. So I think that this is a great device, and if you're going to use it in the ways that it's intended, I could see this being a really, really great purchase for the $199. It's literally a DualSense controller with a screen on it. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? And for that price point and for the functionality, I think it's an absolute steal. Again, if you can't get your PS5 hardwired, if you're going to be in scenarios where you're not sure what the internet connection is going to be like, you know, you may not want to get this. And we are hearing rumors, you know, that they're going to add cloud functionality later. I had made that speculation for quite a while because this device is remoting into your PS5. All they have to do is give it the ability to remote in to a virtual PS5 in the cloud, and it would basically do the exact same thing. So I can give this a pretty good endorsement so far based on the home test. I will do maybe another video or maybe another maybe not a first impressions. This is a first impressions video. Maybe I'll do a full review of the device after I get back from Ohio. So I'm going to take this all the way to Ohio, get on my brother's Wi-Fi. My PlayStation 5 will be all the way back here in Kentucky, hardwired in rest mode, ready to go. I'll give you guys that full review at that time. I hope you enjoyed this video. It'll probably roll over into a members-only debrief. That's a great way to support the content. If this video was helpful to you, make sure you hit subscribe and the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.